Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. For those that are new, my name is Nelly. Today we're going to be talking about dating an unhealed man who refuses to go for therapy as well. You love this person, you talk about the pain, he shuts off. And you talk about therapy, he refuses. You're not just dating a man, you're just dating his wounds as well, which are also bleeding into you. What do you do? Do you walk away or you stay? You try and help him. What do you do? But why do men avoid therapy anyway? There could be some reasons that men can avoid therapy. It could be cultural, emotional, or even psychological reasons. When it comes to cultural, it can be very complicated because in many African and global communities, they believe that when a man goes for therapy, it's a taboo. You're a man, you're supposed to endure. You can't just lay your problems to somebody that you don't know. Because a lot of men are raised to believe that when you become vulnerable, it's a sign of weakness. And when you have to go for therapy, it means that you're surrendering. He knows that he has to go for therapy, but that clashes with his identity of being a strong person. So he chooses not to. Sometimes it's just fear of exposure. Because when you go for therapy, you are confronting those buried traumas that you don't want to open up. For some, it's that terrifying stigma of being weak or vulnerable around someone that you don't know. He'll be concerned about opening up to a stranger and opening up some personal issues. To him, it's exposure. So he'll rather not go for therapy. Because therapy requires emotional nakedness. And for some men, it feels like they are just standing in front of a firing squad and they wouldn't want to do that. Admitting that they need therapy, it means that they have to confront their past traumas, their childhood traumas that they don't want to confront. They'll rather stay where they are with those unresolved griefs, not realizing that whatever that they're holding back, it also affects the people around them. Sometimes it's just that masculine identity crisis. When a man doesn't want to go for therapy, sometimes it could be caused by that masculine identity crisis. Seeking help may feel like a threat to their sense of control. Even when he is hurting, he may not even want to apologize. Because when it comes to an unhealed man, he will struggle with acknowledging his mistakes. So when that relationship turns sour and it ends, he's quick to move on to someone else that doesn't know him, someone else that won't suggest that they should go for therapy. They'll jump into a new relationship because they feel that they're not understood. Some will even blame you in the process, that you don't support them. And they do that without reflecting in the past. And the next relationship that they enter, it becomes a toxic one. And in this new relationship, when that person suggests therapy, this is when they shut down and they feel like women don't understand them. They feel like going for therapy is a waste of money. I've actually been to a situation where I had to beg someone to go for therapy. Why should I pay someone to listen to what I have to say to them? Why can't we just get a friend or maybe a relative or even call our pastor? Sometimes pastors cannot be therapists. I'm not a therapist myself. I'm just giving you possible suggestions what it feels like dating an unhealed man who doesn't want to go for therapy. Because I've been through that situation as well. And these are the reasons where I went through research. I found that this could be possible reasons why he doesn't want to go for therapy. Sometimes you won't even know. You won't know that you're dating an unhealed man. But there are signs that you will recognize that this person is not healed. You'll avoid having those conversations that may bring in his past traumas or even relationship issues. You may even try to dodge those conversations by asking you questions, and you forget about it, you start talking about yourself. And you will not understand that his emotions may affect your relationship. When you ask him, he will blame his ex for the problem, rather than taking accountability for his problem. And these toxic patterns will be repeated in every relationship that he enters if he refuses healing. When he refuses to unpack his trauma, you end up living in clutter. Some men generally don't know where to start from. This is when you have to come in and suggest therapy. Some men will rather shut down than unpack their traumas because of that fear of being vulnerable. He's been taught to wear that armor for so long that he doesn't even know how to breathe without it. And this is where you have to come into the picture. Let him understand that it's okay to be vulnerable. At least at the end of the day, it will help the relationship. Because a lot of men will feel emotionally resistant towards therapy, even though they know that it's going to help them at the end of the day. And this is how that resistance silently transfers a burden to their partners. You become his emotionally translator, trying to decode his moods and silences. You end up suppressing your own needs because you don't want to trigger his unresolved pain. Basically, you're banding your own needs just to pamper this grown man who's enjoying his own pity party. Where does this leave you? Because you feel unseen and unheard, and this becomes exhausting while he feels misunderstood. Where do you draw the line? He will emotionally blackmail you by telling you that you don't understand. You don't understand how I grew up. I was the black sheep of the family, and my siblings, they got away with everything. But where does it leave you? He doesn't understand that this is also affecting you as well. Now you're walking in eggshells because of you don't want to trigger this person's emotional traumas. The truth is, you can't heal him. You're just dating a man who's just avoiding going for therapy. How are you going to heal him? He's just delaying the relationship to grow. You become stagnant. You are growing, but he's just stuck in the past. Love is supposed to grow, but instead, this relationship is just stuck. It's not growing. You just confuse love with endurance by just thinking that if you just show him that you love him so much, he might change. But what can you do in this relationship without losing yourself? You need to set boundaries. You can love him, but you don't have to carry him. Suggest therapy, but don't become it. If he doesn't choose healing, then choose yourself. Because healing is a choice. Love cannot substitute for accountability. You're not his healer, but his mirror. If he refuses to look, then it shouldn't be a problem. So thank you for watching and see you in the next video. God bless you.